next to me again and he's playing music. I don't know if you can hear it. And I'm tying a string. But I'm gonna have to go back inside soon. It's 1:13. I'm meeting at 1:30. Oh my gosh, okay. I have to go. It's 2:03. I just got to my car for lunch, which is pretty late for me, I'd say. Because I've been busy running a test, which took like 2 hours, give or take, to do the test and take pictures and stuff. And then I was just writing up the report, and I want to block somebody from seeing the report, but like I don't know if I can do that on Confluence, so I'm gonna Google that later. But I didn't publish my page so that in the odd chance that they see it, they can't see it because it's not published. But yeah, busy doing that for like the past 3 hours. 4:48. I just went to my car to get a drink of water, but I have a meeting at 5 today, so yay. Okay, it's 5:27. I'm leaving right now because my meeting, I was allowed to leave my meeting. Basically, the customer came late. They literally showed up at like 5:19. But yeah, and then we talked and stuff, and now I'm allowed to leave because my section is done. 5:28, and I'm going to head out. Let's see what time I get home. But yeah, hoping for 6:10, but we'll see. It's 6:06 and I'm almost home, so probably gonna get home at like 6:10, like kind of like I thought. But yeah, 2:19. I just got to my car for lunch because meetings, back-to-back meetings is great. Had a meeting at 11:50. I scheduled it 11:15 to 12:15, but then the person showed up late, so then they showed up at like 11:30, and then we were talking and stuff until 1 o'clock, and we probably would have talked more, but I had a meeting at 1. So then he walked me to my meeting and then said he'd get back to me on the thing I had a question about, and then now he has a meeting at 2. So yeah, and I have no more meetings for the rest of today, so yeah. There was like an upper management meeting 9 to 11 today in the big conference room, and the PMs also got dragged into that meeting, but they were not originally invited. But like I had a meeting at 9:20, 9:30. It starts at 9:30, but I booked the room at 9:20. And there's normally 4 of us in the room, but there was only 2 of us today because one of them is a manager, so he had to go to that meeting, and then another one was the PM who got dragged into that meeting. But yeah, and then I had a meeting in that same room, the big room, 11 to 12. So I went to the room at 11, like, because the meeting's supposed to happen. And then that meeting, the 9 to 11, was still happening. And then people started coming and stuff, and we were all just like waiting outside, but then the meeting was not ending. So then everybody left except 3 planners who were working in the lobby, and then me and this other guy. That guy was like on the phone with AAA because apparently he had rear-ended somebody yesterday, and so I had to call AAA, but now he's worried his insurance is going to go up because he got into 2 accidents in 2 months. Anyways, and then it ended up being 37 minutes longer. I was chatting 2 people in the meeting. One was a PM and one's an IT guy. And the IT guy's like, want to go to lunch at 11? I'm taking a half day. And I'm like, oh, like, so you're leaving at 12? And then he said, yeah. So then I'm like, but I think I have to go to a meeting at 11. I'm not sure if I have to go or not. So if I have to go, then I can't rain check. But yeah, but then since that meeting lasted until like 11:37, then everybody who was waiting for the meeting already left and stuff. And yeah, so then, and then I was still there. Yeah. And so then we like walked back to his desk and stuff. And then, and also funny thing, the meeting room that I had booked, like all the chairs were gone because people from the big meeting needed them and dragged them over. But anyways, yeah. And so then, we were all like at his desk, a couple of us, and then he's like, want to go to lunch? So then we went to sizzling lunch at like 11:40, and then yeah, he asked 2 other IT guys. One of them said that he like meal prepped, so he didn't want to waste it, so he's not going. And then he asked a different guy who's my title, but doesn't really do the same stuff as me. And then that guy said, oh, I have a lot to do, so I'm not going. So yeah. And then the second IT guy he asked seemed kind of unsure, so yeah. Then the advanced projects girl had to go to her desk to like put her computer away and stuff like that. And then I'm just over here talking at the IT guy's desk, the guy that asked, oh, do you want to go to lunch? And yeah, and then I'm like, can I borrow your desk for my computer, because I don't want to walk all the way over there? And then he's like, yeah, sure. So then I borrow his, so then I put my computer down, and then I'm like, thank you. And then we like start walking kind of out of his desk area, but then I'm like, do you want to wait for the advanced projects girl, or you want to head down? And he's like, we can head down. And I'm like, okay. So we start walking, and then she opens the door all the way down there, and yeah, so then we wait for her, and then we walk down and stuff, and yeah. And then me and the advanced projects girl are driving together, and then the other IT guy, like, I don't know, but yeah. And then the 3 of us head there and stuff in 2 cars, because he took his own car, and then we drove. Yeah. And it's chill, and then we go to get to the place and stuff, and yeah, and then sit down. And then it's kind of funny because the person who says, oh, you can sit at this table, then she's like, oh, have you been here before? And then he says, yeah. So then me and the advanced projects girl don't say anything, but like, I've never been to this place, and neither has she, so we're just like pretending like we've been here before, because he said that we have. But yeah. And then the other guy calls and says that he's coming, and turns out what happened was he was like zoned in on his work. So then we had all left and stuff, and then the guy who meal prepped was like, hey, like, were you gonna go to lunch with them? And then that guy was like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for them. And then the guy that meal prepped is all like, they already left like 5 minutes ago. And then the guy that was gonna go was all like, oh my gosh. So then he left, and then that's why he was late when he came to meet up with us, but it's okay. Then we ate and stuff, and yeah. And it was also kind of funny because like the main IT guy was like making fun of me, because he's like, you can't embarrass me now that I told that lady that we've been here before. You can't act like you haven't been here. So yeah, and then I'm like, okay, like, sorry. But then it was later revealed that the advanced projects girl had not been here either, so it was just him. But like, neither of us wanted to like say anything to correct him, but yeah. It was fine. And then also some lady who sat in the table next to us asked the advanced projects girl, oh, like, can you help me with this? Because this place, there's like a QR code on the table, and then you like take your phone and then you scan it, and then you order from there, and then you later pay at like the front register or whatever. But yeah, but it was chill. And then we finished eating and stuff, and then we split ways. And then yeah, as we're walking out, the second IT guy is like, oh, like, I can drive them back because you're leaving, right? And then we're like, oh no, like, we drove, which I don't think he realized, because I think he thought that we had drove with the main IT guy, and then he was gonna have to drive all the way back here. And then yeah, but it's okay because we drove separate. But yeah. And then there was another big meeting, 2 to 4, and then another meeting, that meeting from 11 to 12, it got moved to 4 to 5. But there's like 2 separate meetings. One's a Microsoft meeting, and one is a Google Calendar meeting. And the Google Calendar they have different like people. Like the Google Calendar has less people than the Microsoft one, but I'm invited on the Microsoft one. So then when she moved the meeting, I didn't get notified, so my team's just like, we weren't invited, so we're not going. So yeah, but apparently nobody asked about us, so it's okay. I was chilling at my desk, and then someone calls me, and then I'm like, hello? And then they're like, are you busy, like, in a meeting? And then I'm like, no. And then they're like, can you get my bag, my med bag? So I got her bag for her. Now I need to go give it to her. She's at her car, stressed. But she said I don't need to hurry, so I don't know. After that whole video, I took a lap with her because she wanted to go for a lap, and then I hung out with her for a little bit, and then we went back inside, and then she went to a meeting to see if it'll go down or not. But yeah, but it's okay. But I think it's going down now. I think she's fine. Update, since I'm driving home right now, she ended up going to that meeting at like maybe like 1:20. It was 1 to 2, and then her like allergic reaction and stuff went down and went away, so she's okay. So she stayed the rest of today. But yeah, but she was just really annoyed because all of a sudden it just happened today. But yeah.